Welcome to Horror Year, where every story is a journey into the unknown. If you're brave enough to face your darkest fears and uncover the most chilling tales, you've come to the right place. So, dim the lights, turn up the volume, and subscribe to Horror Year. Your journey into terror begins now. Though I've never really believed in ghosts, things are becoming more bizarre and worse. Increased shadow blobs, strange nightmares, missing objects, hauntings, and chilly places. To be honest, I never would have imagined that I would be posting about spirits. Clearly. Although I appreciate the stories, I've been a skeptic for a long time and have never truly experienced anything in my adult life. Well, save for one unfathomable childhood episode that I could discuss in a later post. Therefore, my then-fiancée and I moved into her dad's childhood home in June of 2023. Her father and his new spouse had moved in together. Everything about moving in went smoothly, and other than the basement, which, let's face it, is sort of creepy, I didn't feel uneasy. After we're set up, everything is okay for a while. After about a month, I began to have terrible nightmares. I just woke up with the blankets off and was quite cold at first, unable to recall the nightmare. After approximately another month, I began to experience really vivid nightmares in which there was a spirit in the house, and it would always respond to my directions to open the door, slam the door, etc. I didn't give it much thought beyond the possibility that it was a stress dream or anything similar. Following the onset of these dreams, I began to see shadowy blobs moving fast out of the corner of my eye that were most likely no higher than 3 feet. Though slowly at first, I began to see it nearly every few minutes throughout the day, every day. Because I genuinely believed I was going insane, I had kept the dreams from my wife. I could only characterize them as little hand or paw prints, but for months afterward, when I was cooking in the kitchen or living room, I would feel tiny, icy spots on my calf. Over time, my spouse and I saw that things would vanish very instantly after we put them down. We assumed this was due to forgetfulness or some other factor. Very soon after, certain goods would disappear. We would search everywhere, and they would eventually come up at a location we had positively checked. These incidents have recently become much worse. However, my wife had previously been hesitant to accept me and thought I was simply forgetting. My wife and I had put our CBD vape pen on my bedside table earlier this week so it could charge, but when she went to get it, it was gone. She didn't seem too worried, so together we thoroughly examined the entire bedroom, in the drawers, behind the table, under the bed, everywhere. I decided to take a shower because I was becoming frustrated. My wife was sitting on the bed, pale and afraid, when I came back. I asked her where she had discovered the vaporizer after she informed me she had found it. She gestures to a location in the center of the bed that is clearly visible. We had already cleaned the bed and looked everywhere. I nodded, and she explained that she had said aloud, "I don't care who has it or where it is. Please return the vape to us, just help me find it." And that she had looked down next to her and noticed the vape sitting there moments later. She is now clearly upset, and states that she feels as though something was inside of her. Keep in mind that she is also an adamant skeptic. We determine that this is strange, but we are unsure of what to do next. Then, the day after, we see that a lot of items have migrated from our previous observations. It appeared to have been more aggressive. Still, we continue with our day. I got every ingredient out of the refrigerator to cook with that evening as I was preparing dinner. After cooking the rice and veggies, I placed the chicken on the counter. When I turn around again, the chicken has vanished. I got the strongest shivers and chills I've ever experienced. My wife is on a Zoom call when I go to the living room to inquire if she has seen the chicken. She responds that she has on the counter. She rolls her eyes when I tell her that it is no longer there. It's nowhere to be found despite our combined searches of the kitchen, cabinets, garbage, sink, refrigerator, and even the dishwasher. After my wife tries again to get the item returned, we take another peek inside the refrigerator and see the chicken lying there in the center, clearly visible. Both of us choose to remain silent and take a seat to cool off. We then give her father a call, and he informs us that he has never encountered anything paranormal other than having a spooky sense in the basement. We've already phoned her mother and a few of our friends to check if we're nuts, so At this point, I'm venting here while also trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And that brings us to the end of today's delightful story. I really hope it had you on the edge of your seat. If you liked this story, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like button. It means a lot to me. And if you're new around here, feel free to subscribe. There's always an exciting surprise waiting just around the corner and you won't want to miss it. Do you have a spooky story to share or a fun idea for our next tale? Feel free to share in the comments below. I'm really curious to know what gives you the creeps the most. And as always, take care, keep exploring. And remember, sometimes the most chilling tales are the ones left untold. Catch you in the next one, if you're up for it.